It's a known fact that TF2 is never going to be updated with any new content, but that doesn't mean that there isn't content already in the game that is very underused. But what if they were changed to serve new purposes for their class? That's the question I want to take a crack at. Rebalancing TF2 weapons that kinda got the short end of the stick, or beaten with said stick. I'm starting with the French Menace, as I'm most familiar with his kit and what weapons are just straight garbage. Let me know your ideas in the comments for future classes, and let's begin. To start, I'm gonna try and avoid new mechanics. I don't want to add stuff that requires needing to be made from scratch. I want to use mechanics from other weapons, and I will only be redesigning badly designed weapons. There's no point in good, balanced weapons being changed. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. For our first weapon, we're going to be fixing your reward.
Your eternal reward.
The knife has so many drawbacks. Negative 33 cloak drag rate on top of taking a full cloak meter to disguise is stupid for a knife that stealth is its main draw. I want to make it more focused on not being caught, so instead of the old debuffs, disguising as any class just locks your health at 100 health, but backstabbing an enemy inherits their looks and health at the same time. This effect caps at 200, and your health does not drain unless you lose the disguise. This, along with silent kills, forces Spy to go after powerful classes by not being detected and switching disguises through normal means or by other means. The Diamondback, the problem child, and debatably a straight upgrade to stock. Being able to store critical shots was pretty crazy by itself, but the fact that you can get these crits by doing everyday spy stuff like sapping buildings, backstabbing, and being French? To fix this, we're going to have to take the Diamondback's critical shot storage away. As for Spy being French, it's terminal. The Diamondback will now have a laser come out of it and be a projectile weapon. Every shot goes straight to where you're aiming, but now you'll have to lead your shots if you plan on hitting anything. But make sure you're planning on hitting something, because this gun only holds 4 bullets now, and there is no more crits. The kunai, the popular knife used by spy mains, and the annoying gimmick everyone has to suffer through. Being punished because your teammates all collectively share one brain cell that's secretly a burnt piece of toast is rage-inducing, and the kunai is getting a massive change. I'm trying to keep the idea of healing off backstabs, cranking it up, and then adding an assassin theme to it. Now the knife only puts you at 100 health instead of the 75. If you backstab someone while at 100 health, you'll gain 65 over heal, but if you're under 100 health, you will only heal back to 100 health. To play into the backstabs being your lifeline, you can no longer receive normal healing, no dispensers, medics, or health kits can save you. Health packets can still remove afterburn. Spy's job is already hard enough without that spawn from hell. To play into the assassin role, your crouching and walking speed has been buffed, and crouching makes your cloaking and decloaking silent. For the biggest change, hitting walls will allow you to climb up them and dive bomb people. Instead of seeing a soldier or demo in the sky, it's the French. Now before we get to our last weapon, let's go over some tools the Spy has that I only gave one real change to, so I put them all together. Starting with the disguise kit, pressing shift allows you to move at normal speed as the class. It'd also be a nice gesture as other disguises are not as usable. Now everyone's favorite, the Dead Ringer. Stop booing, calm down. I don't think the Dead Ringer is that bad. It allows for a different way to play the class. Since that's its entire thing is being part of the Gun Spy loadout, I would just like to remove the corpse that drops when you use the Dead Ringer. For his last tool, the Red Tape Recorder. I'd make it to where you can place it while invisible and takes a half of your cloak to do. It still has the damage penalty and reverses the building process, but you're rewarded with sending the engineer into pure, utter insanity. We reached the end of the line with our last weapon on the list, the Enforcer. This weapon is pretty much a dire revolver and doesn't see much use, but that's what we're here for. There is no longer a firing speed buff or higher damage when disguised. Instead, your shots will crit against status changing effects like Mad Milk, Overheal, Crit Boost, Hype Mode, any crit streak resistance, Zapper Armor, and Wrangler Armor. This is at the cost of a 50% clip, so you only have 3 bullets total, and a negative 40% damage to normal players. Using this in a normal firefight is not going to work very well, especially since the highest damage you're putting out is 36. unless I did the math wrong, which is highly likely. And the 3 bullets limits makes this a weapon a pick weapon. Only use this on targets you know are under these effects. And that brings our weapon rebalance to an end. If you like these ideas, I should probably learn how to change the game myself to test these ideas. If you have ideas yourself, make sure to let me know in the comments. What did you like? What didn't you like? What did you have for breakfast? Let me know what class weapons I should resign, and until then, I'll be doing something.